Alex.
Hello Phil, how you going, mate?
Excellent, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good, thank you.
You well?
Very good, thanks.
That's what we wanted here.
Yeah. How you been?
Another great week, Alex.
A great week.
Yeah,
Wow.
every week's good.
Yeah.
School holidays are nearly over.
Yes, well, the kids get back to school and you get a
it's
bit more
Wednesday.
time off. Yeah.
Yep.
And you've been practicing?
No.
That's good to hear, Phil. Neither have I.
Yeah, I just how it is at the moment.
Yeah, well.
But, it's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what have we got? We've got some results and we've got some leagues that we want to have a chat about. So yeah, we can get going on that.
No worries.
So the first thing I need to bring up is the Super League, which is on tonight. We've got 2 more weeks to go. And after last week's results, it's really tight. We've got top 4 that make the final. Red Jays beat my team last week by 2 frames. It was a really tight game. We had an opportunity to get a draw but just missed, and so we lost that. So then we've got Red Jays sitting on the top, and there's 5 teams all on 4 wins. So there's 6 teams vying for the final with 2 weeks to go. So and a couple of matches are paired up tonight. So there will definitely be some, that are pulling away into the finals. So my team, the Bridge, is up against the Empire Eagles, and the Red Ducks are up against the Milers, and so them 4 teams are all on 4 wins. So it's going to be a very interesting night tonight. Of course, most of that is played at Empire, and there's a game down at Chalkers. So you want to go and have a look at 7:15 start. Of course, the Super League final will be on in a couple of weeks. So we've got 2 weeks of round on the Monday, and then the semi-final, straight knockout, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, then the grand final. So it's all very tight on that situation there, Phil. And so the Tuesdays, Phil, what do you got Tuesdays?
Well, we've had our leagues running on a Tuesday night. That's our only league we've got running at the moment, Snooker League anyway.
Yeah.
And that's ticking along nicely.
Yeah.
The usual suspects, Chris Asterio and Nathan White, your favourites. They're still top of the ladder. They even played on the net this week, so
oh wow,
there's popular demand. They all want to see Chris Asterio, Alec. So he got his face on the net midweek, which we had a big response for. Played against Ken Good and John Meyer.
Yeah.
As in Taylor's dad. So,
yes, yeah.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That league's very close, very similar to your leagues, but it's handicapped, and it's a good league.
Yeah.
Emil Riera's playing in there.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get his arm going again, I feel.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the players in the past in there. But so in general, we haven't got any major news that's been happening in the snooker world.
Yeah.
But so just ticking along normal.
Yeah, so there was no tournaments or anything to talk about on the weekend.
No, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah, well, it was bloody hot, I know that. But so that's all right.
But I tell you what though, over the weekend, I went and paid a friend of ours, Phil Jones.
Oh yes.
He's been in hospital.
Yeah.
Had a kidney removed.
Yeah.
And I went in there to see how he was. And his main concern was making it back, playing Super League finals, and to play in the Vegas League finals in 2 weeks' time as well. So his operation went well. Yeah. He was happy with what happened, and as you know, all he cared about was playing ball.
That's right. Yeah. He loves the teams. He loves the teams events. So good on you, Phil. Good luck with that. Should be out and about soon.
Well, I think he's got a new outlook on life. He's going to change some things, and he's ready to go back and get back and hit some balls.
Cool.
So,
you were saying about a billiards league you got on Monday night as well?
Yeah, so that's the one thing I was going to talk about. I mean, we talked about Q sports in general here, and we've spoke about lots of sports, but in our room we have lots of enthusiasts that play billiards, Alec, and on a Monday night we have 8 teams, 2-player teams playing, and that basically runs non-stop. We might have leagues, but they're all enthusiasts, they all love playing billiards.
Yeah.
And you've got the likes of Peter Udich, Max Renziak was in there last year, you've got Tad Babiak, Chris and Dennis Wignall, Sue Martin, Gary Oxenham, lots of lots of guys that just purely got to play billiards.
Yeah.
And although they have a league, all it is on Monday night they just constantly keep coming and keep coming. So I've been here 2 years and they rock up every Monday night and play. They don't even stop, Alec. But last week we had an interesting match. It was Peter Udic played Tab Babiak, and in that format they play up to 270, but it's handicapped, Alec, and it's been running for 5 years, this handicap. So the current state champion is Tab Babiak, and he was up against Peter Udic, who's 15 times state billiard champion. So when they play, Tad's the current state champion. He beat Peter in the semis this year. So it's a handicapped event, race to 270. What start do you think? I'll tell you, Peter Udic had to give Tad a start. And Tad's the state champion. I'll put you on the spot.
Maybe 20?
20. Peter had to give Tad 140 start.
Wow.
And that handicap is over 5 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tad's reeled him in, and Tad's the state champion this year. But race to 270, Peter Udic beat him by 1 point and gave him 140 start.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's why Peter has won 15 state titles. And on his day, he's an exceptional player. But I gave him zero chance of reeling Taddy with giving him 140 point start.
Yeah.
And he got up and beat him by a point.
Wow.
270 to 269, Alec.
So what was Peter's break to win?
Well, I know in that match Peter had...
No, that's not my question.
So
Tad was at 269 and missed the shot.
Tad missed it. Now, Peter had already caught him up, and Peter actually had the first chance to beat him. And Peter broke down with 10 points to go. Left Tad an awkward shot, so Tad's had a shot at winning, and Tad missed. Then Peter left Tad an awkward shot, and he missed. And then Peter ran out. He scored 10 points.
Right, okay. Wow.
But Tad, that was the last match to finish, and I was watching it. And Tad was leading the whole way. Peter was just reeling him in, and got over the line.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It's amazing. So, we are the Billiards and Snooker Association here, so we have lots of people that play billiards all the time.
Yeah.
And
just thought of something, Phil. Someone will be going, what do you mean there was no comp on? What do you mean there was no knockout?
Oh, well, I was leaving that highlight for later.
Lyndall?
Yeah, no.
She'd be pulling her hair out saying, what do you mean there was no knockout?
I'm going to build that up. Keep mentioning Lyndall and Stacey every week, but...
so you had one comp yesterday?
Yeah, well, every Sunday we have a 147.
Yeah, so what happened?
We had a fantastic turnout. We had 15 people compete. Yeah. The Vines rocked up and put in an appearance because Lyndall and Stacey have entered in our tournament tomorrow that we're running for Australia Day. Yeah. So I think they, as always, come in and prepare for any event that they play in. And Lyndall got the chocolates.
Yeah.
Stacey was a close second, but I know who got the bragging rights, and I know who was doing the dishes last night in their household. Yeah. And Lyndall got up and won, and to my surprise, Alec, we know that Lyndall's a phenomenal player, especially at 8 ball, but she knocked in 230 plus breaks.
Yeah.
And for someone that does not play snooker, making a 30 break in competition is a very, very good feat. And that just shows the quality of Lyndall as a player.
Yeah.
Stacey also had a 65 on the event, and we're talking that's very good standard as well for someone who hasn't played for a long time. The fact Lyndall knocked in a couple of 30s beat a lot of seasoned players in the weekend and won the event is kudos to Lyndall, and that legacy just keeps continuing. And on that form, she definitely will give Taylor a run for the money for the state title. And we were holding the national snooker titles here for the ladies. If that was to go ahead this year, I think Lyndall could actually give the national title a run.
Yeah.
She's making 30 breaks. That just automatically will make her competitive, and that's off no practice.
Awesome. Very good.
Yeah, well done, Lyndall.
Yeah, absolutely well done.
Again.
Well, that's fantastic. So you say Australia Day knockout. You've got your snooker one on tomorrow. Yeah. The 147, and we've got one down at Empire. 8 ball. A little bit easy, the little tables. Yeah.
Maybe why Lyndall's. That's too easy.
Yeah, maybe. So our comp starts at 12 o'clock. Sorry, we open at 12 o'clock and the comp starts at 1 o'clock. It's a $15 entry. It's double elimination. Best of 5 on the winner's side, best of 3 on the loser's side. So it's a good day's play. We've got a good range of players, a lot of new faces, and some of the top players in the state. So you get a good opportunity to play different people, which is what it's all about at the end of the day. So we've been getting about 30 players. Hopefully we can get another 5 or 6 new faces. If you've got nothing planned, come down, have a game, sharpen up your skills, and remembering that Super League, the main season starts in about a month's time. So you know how 4 weeks can fly by and all of a sudden you're away and running. So yeah, get down there tomorrow if you're free. Or you want to have a go at the snooker. There's a couple of spots left still.
Well, I know the response to the snooker has been fantastic. We've got players from the RSL League. I know Paul Scholes and Rick Cox. My dad, all players from the RSL League have all nominated in the event. We've got some 8-ball players entered, Lyndall and Stacey, James Georgiadis / 9-ball. We've got the snooker players, so we've actually had a really good response as well, Alec. So it just shows how good Q Sports is in SA at the moment. We've got so many people keen to play, and we even spoke about the ladies tournaments that have been held at Chalkers. How many players have been turning up to play their events? It's been magnificent.
So that ladies tournament at Chalkers, now you brought that up, which was meant to be brought up later.
Sorry, Alec.
So the Chalkers comp for the ladies is March 6th and 7th. That's
a long weekend.
It is the Adelaide Cup long weekend. So don't book holidays, ladies. Go and play in the comp. It's a $30 entry. It's $1,800 in prize money.
That is phenomenal.
So it's $1,000 first prize. So it probably looks like it's going to be like a round robin on the Saturday, then the finals on the Sunday. So there'll be 2 shorter days.
They've opened it up more though, haven't they? 64 players.
Yeah, first 64.
Yeah, it's 42 for the others.
48 or 42.
Okay, I know it's a bigger event.
Yeah, so there's 40 players have already entered. You can get in either through Chalkers or the Women's 8-Ball Association on Facebook. Or if you're really struggling, you can get in contact with me and Phil, and we can put you in the right direction. So. So there's a bit happening there. Vegas League finals on Thursday night. Still very tight. My team lost. Not happy. Still in the 8. Very happy. It's only a couple of weeks to go for the players that are playing. Remember that the finals are on 6th and 7th of February. So don't get your Marches and Februaries mixed up, because the 6th and 7th are the same weekends. So February 6th and 7th. Players looking at going to Geelong. That's a weekend after, 13-14. So don't forget, if you're going to that, start practicing, make sure your tips are right, get everything right, no excuses. So there's a bit coming up, and of course new season of Vegas League will start end of February. Also Super League will start near the end of February as well. So if you're not playing in the league, we see so many people view what we're talking about here. So there's no reason why, if it's that 10% of the people that watch this show that live in Adelaide, let's say there's 500 people, let's try and get 50 people at these tournaments and knockouts and make our leagues a bit stronger. If you live in a southern area or northern area, I'm sure there's a spot there where you can go and join a team. Bring a friend, go to a comp, bring a friend, and build up the numbers, make it a bit more exciting, get to meet new people. So that's what it's all about, and that's why we do this show at the end of the day, trying to promote the game, get the numbers out there. So no good sitting home watching. Get off your ass and come and have a game.
Get your cue out.
That's right. What else we got there, Phil?
Well, you were talking to me earlier about the strikers having a big win. I know it's not 8-ball or snooker, but
well, I've represented South Australia for most of my life, more than half of my life in 8-ball, and I love South Australia. And anything South Australian. The 36ers had a win last week. Adelaide United defeated Melbourne Victory. That's any win against Victoria. I don't care if it's tiddlywinks. As long as we're beating Victoria, that's the main thing. Sorry, Victorians over there. You could take it out on me when I come to Geelong. The Strikers had a good win yesterday in the heat. I think it was I don't know if anyone watched it. Well, a lot of people would have watched it, but winning that toss yesterday was a good toss to win. Put the other guys in the field in the hot heat, and they defended a small total, which was a great effort. If they ever lose Peter Siddle, unless he retires, that would be like crazy. He's fantastic.
Phenomenal.
Oh yeah. So Strikers play again tonight.
Yeah.
So if they can get that win, we're in the final. So that'd be great for South Australia. You know.
So all in all, it was a very good weekend for South Australia.
Absolutely. Yeah. Get involved and watch the basketball, cricket. It's great fun.
Yeah.
So,
and the soccer.
And the soccer. Yeah. That's only started too. That's only like three rounds in or something.
Yeah.
So I think they have two wins and a loss in the soccer. So. That's all good, and I think the 36ers are 2-1 as well. So that's all good. It's all go for South Australia. That's great.
And one thing that we forgot about last week was someone's birthday as well.
Who's that?
Yours.
Thank you,
Happy
Phil.
birthday, Alec.
Thank you.
I love it when you're older than me.
Yeah. Well, I'm fucking wiser as well. That's all good. I had a long weekend of drinking and carrying on. So back to the drawing board, Phil. Get my head over the queue and start pot some balls this week.
Got to win a tournament now. You're 53.
Well, that won't take long, Phil. I think Tasmania's not far away. It's all good fun. So we'll be giving it my best as per usual.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's it. All good. So either Phil will see you tomorrow, or I'll see you tomorrow. So thank you very much, and have a good day.
Yeah, and have a very enjoyable Australia Day tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Good to see you again, Alec.
On you, Phil.
See you next week.
Thanks, mate.